Alright, welcome everyone. This is what we built yesterday. I'm not sure exactly what the mechanics of this is, but it's going to be I'm sure it's going to be connecting something in the layers. So we've got I'll bring a couple of my planet systems in here. So we got all these built, and I'm not going to trot all of them out, but they're all sitting there. And now today's looks like it's going to be a similar thing to these on one of them, and we might get to the part we're putting it together, but I sort of doubt it. I think it'll be the final assembly should be tomorrow, though it looks like, based on where I'm at on the. And there's I don't know if I've ever shown that'll end up being the sun. Oh, let me turn off this light a little more. Yeah, that helps. Like I say, that ends up as the sun. Sort of take a peek ahead. Yeah, it looks like we should finish up with all the assembly of our pieces today. Yeah, so this should wrap up tomorrow. So one more video after today, and we'll move on to the next project. But in the meantime, let me stand back up. So that new procedure seemed to work pretty good yesterday. Before start pulling some pieces. 4 times 2. I don't need you. And D1 times 2. A1 over here. And E8. Times 2. That's these guys again. And E16 times 4. We're still, I think that's the last of the ones I'd knocked out, but I still got 3, 4, F17 times 16 again. Yeah, so did I get extra? No, that wasn't that. Let's see, where'd my little 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Break all those off. And 16. One more. Okay. F19 times 4. Okay, so that's these guys again. Yeah, they came off mostly together that time. One stray. And F22. This guy. Okay. That's all the wooden pieces, and P20 times 4. That's our P21 times 4. That's the washers and nuts again. Where'd it go? There's 21. 22 times 4, that's our, okay, I already did 22, 22, 23, that's our little, I've got a couple extra there. All right, that's all our pieces together. So, what I haven't done yet is turned on my wax, so we will probably have to take a break before this is all said and done to let that melt up. But I'll give it every opportunity to get done where I don't have to stop. I'll do all the other pre-assembly I can do on all these pieces, and we'll see how, I've never really paid attention to how long it takes to get that wax melted. Okay. It sounds like the dog's just wandered into the cat's territory. I do sort of wish these pieces were on their own little section, just so you can easily remove them, because that is fairly tedious to get them to come apart. But I mean, I'm sure they've got, you know, they got better designs and computer aided. You know, I'm sure they tell them the shapes they want. The computer probably tells them this is how you lay it out on the mat to make it work. Just with so many pieces on this F-17 is. We're getting there. One more little, oh yeah, the gears. Okay, so let's just let's say I'm doubtful it's gonna assemble or be ready by the time I get done with this, but I'll give it a go. I guess I could. This is all pretty delicate work. I can zoom in on the stuff. Let's see, that rounded edge on the lower part. It really makes this easier than I was trying to make it more difficult than it should have been yesterday before I figured that out. But it is really just a matter of slotting it in and pushing it down. And then these guys, I was doing a similar, just like I did yesterday. Make sure the arrow is going down, or that's how I'm doing it anyways, down on the printing side. I'm not sure it really matters, but if it does, it does. Now, be situated correctly when it does come up there, and I picked up two of them at once. And here, and one more. Okay, and that's pretty much all the pre-assembly I can do until the wax melts, which it has not done yet. So I'm going to take a little break, and I'll let that melt, and I'll come right back. 130. All right, now we're cooking, folks. Got everything ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and just start off on the little ones because I'm liable to forget about them later on. So and likewise, after yesterday forgetting this thing, both the inside and the area around here. Gears right quick and then carry on. I'm trying to find that angle where I can see what I'm doing again. Alright, and that's that one. And actually, put my specs on, it'll help out a little. I already did both sides of that one. Okay. Yeah. Yes. The silence is thrilling to you all, I hope. Just sort of sit there and realize, oh yeah, I hadn't been talking this most of this time. Okay. So, everything's all waxed up, ready to go. Everything pre-assembled as much as it can be. Get those all pieces. So, start off with the solid guy. And the little atom symbol on there. Make sure it's showing the head of the screws through there. Then this guy with the spacers towards the gear. Ooh, I tell you what I do like about this one, there's only 2 screws. I can have to hold them in while I manipulate it. And the little guys. Was there 2 on the last batch too? Yeah, it was. I thought there was 3. I guess that was the step before. Okay, maybe I'm not going to be able to hold this in as good as I thought it was. You in there. And this one with the spacers up. And then our little guy with the, maybe that's electron orbits there. Alright. Didn't miss any pieces. Just 1, 2. Yep, that's all. Okay. Looks like I got a little more screw sticking out on this one than I did the last one, so that's good. A little more. Yep. Knocked everything off. Got that one on. This one. Okay. Alright. I think it was this one. Nope. There it went. Now, still seems okay. Work that in a little bit. No holes in these to help with the working in. Can't spin it like I did the last one. There it goes. That's good. All right. That was fairly painless. Let's try it again. Press or luck. I don't need you. Spacer's going up. This guy. Let's go in there. Spacer is going to the outside. Other washer. Nope. Okay, got it on there. Q in and okay. Let's see how much wax dust or remnants or whatever you want to call it fall out here. Okay, yeah, they're spinning good there. You're spinning good, you're spinning good. Nice. Yeah. Dig it. I'm feeling it, y'all. Alright, put you over there with your compatriots. And that completes 27. So let me stand up again here and get to 28. So D5 and D11. Five and 11. And E, where are you? E8, just one of them. E12 and E16 times 2. I got one E16. And there's the other E16. 2T. E12. What's E12? Ah, that's that one that fell off earlier. Long time ago. Focus. Just trying. Just thinking about it. There it went. 16 times 2, then F. (17 times 8) and F19 times 2. Okay, so 2 of these guys. And 8 of these guys. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh. And I was supposed to get something else off of there before I threw it away. Put it back. No, I didn't. That was these guys. F19. Yeah. Then P20 times 2. P21, 2 and 3 times 2. Okay, one flew over there by itself. You. And that's all the pieces for this one. Put the stool back in. And do some sanding. We may, trying to think, let's see. Yeah, we may have time to do a little bit of the assembly on the base today. Maybe I'll do 1 or 2 steps. Just, I think there's 4 or 5 steps to, you know, I'm sort of planning on doing a pretty good display of the of it running, because I'm hoping it works really well. And plus there's a nice little break-in period on all these things too, where you get all the wax and everything to sort of, even though I've been trying to break it in, it's not truly broken in yet. And this one, okay, oh yeah. I sort of slacked off this afternoon. I should have been doing this, should have done this earlier, and I've got content from my other channel I've got to make too. If anybody remembers the old Captain Power TV show where they, so it's supposed to be an interactive one where you had spaceships you could fight with the screen to and back in I think it was 87, 88. I got a bunch of those I'm going to be bringing out of mothballs this week. It's going to be my theme. If you're watching this recently, if not, it'll still be on my other channel. There's always a link to my other channel at the end of the videos. Just sort of got a bunch of old vintage toys. Like I say vintage, they're my toys when I was a kid. My parents last couple of years ago forced me to clean out my old toys out of the basement, and I was amazed at how many of them I still had. Or how many they had in storage. Mostly, 80s boys toys, G.I. Joe and Transformers and Masters of the Universe and Voltron, all kinds of goodies. But let's do some waxing, and I'll quit my cross promotion for the moment. Oh yeah, let's do. Actually, I'll do this first. Alright, now let's do some gear teeth. Unfortunately, only 2 this time, so that's. Okay. Now, nothing too new and exciting about this. And got the atom thing. I don't know what to call that design. It's sort of snowflake. No, there's only 6 slides. Yeah. Oh well. Whatever that design is. They still pretty much what we've been doing. Just right through there, through here. Oh, I want to do. I'm not sure it matters, but I'm doing it facing down. Let's see, and this goes the blank side up. And this one could be a bit looser on the fit. I'm noticing on, especially that it wasn't as snug putting that piece. Maybe I didn't put enough wax on the inside or the outside of one of them. And then this guy on top. And let's see what happens this time. Yeah, unless something just goes terribly wrong here in the next 30 seconds, we will be able to put a little bit of the base together. Like to hit that 35 to 45 minute minimum range. I don't know why. Thought it'd be a good idea to put both sets of washers on there. Yeah, there you went. Okay, that one actually got started without the bit. Okay. Cinch these guys up. And work them loose. Oh, that one's got the I can read. I thought I could. Work that in real good. Yeah, that feels good. Nice and smooth. Alright, so that was say 27 and 28. And like I said, we've got 29 is moving into putting the assembly together. How many are there? 33 total steps. I'm going to go ahead and do this first but I think, yeah, done with all the waxing and everything. There's a few, on the final step there's a few extra pieces to put on, but otherwise it's just all the pre-assembled parts we've done so far. So I'm shutting the wax melter down. Find you over there. Go. Okay. And let's get this thing, let's make some progress. Okay, so we got you. We take, yeah, I'd seen this piece before. Shim, I think that's what we'd call it. Back in the day, a little piece of ultra thin plastic. It's just going to be something to rest between the base and the, it's got, there you goes. Got a peel on that. Yeah, it says it's on both sides. Let's see if I can find the other sides. I can see it. Let's see. Get a hold. There it goes. There it was. All right. And I'm supposed to just drop that on here, all the way down to the bottom. Then we take our big boy section. Okay, that acrylic's going to hit this acrylic. Yeah. So that's probably just for what that's for. Sacrificial piece. And drop you on. I guess all the way down. You're not really. Okay, there are teeth, inside teeth. The inner one is, one lines up with this one, I think. Get it to cooperate. Let's see, which way am I supposed to go that way? That's not. Ooh. Didn't realize I didn't try that again. Lost my acrylic. That might be my issue. Okay, so move in there. Okay, that's on there. Okay, this is supposed to go into here. Okay, I think. Let's give her a spin. Yeah, there we go. We are. Everybody's lined up, so let's. Got ignition with our sun. You can see Saturn is moving a little faster, so it. Okay, and it popped out, so that's got a little overzealous there. Hang on. Yeah, let's get the whole thing, but let's say Saturn is moving at a different rate than that. Those other two, I like it. Cool. So that's in place, and then we take X, which is one of these guys. I think it's this one with the 4 dots on it. Yeah, because all the others are different. Yeah, this has pictures. Yeah, it's this one. And you go in here, lined up with the okay. So I gotta get that one in line. Now, actually, these, and they're gonna be moving in conjunction with the, yep. They're staying still, but they're moving. Excellent. Okay. So that's step 29. And 30 is going to be another source. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to stop there. That gives us close to, we should hit the 40-minute mark with that. By the time I get done babbling here. These things. And I'm actually thinking, it looks like I did put some wax on there, yeah. Okay. I'm actually considering, let me do a stop start right quick. Okay, let me actually pop this thing out, back up again. Turn my wax back on so it doesn't And I'm gonna, looks like I could use, you stay down there. Okay, I did wax. I couldn't remember if I waxed on that ring or not, but I did, so I'm not gonna let stay. Okay, acrylic go down, just reinstall. Nope. Don't do it like that, guys. Okay. And okay, that one lined up, this one in there. I say once you get the extra weight on top of it, I'm sure that'll stay in place. Okay. And get these guys back on as well. Okay. Everybody's moving still. All right. I like it. This thing is trying to pop up though. Let's hope. I thought, yeah, this one's. All right. Okay. Yeah, this ring, this outer ring here is trying to walk out on me. Has that got? Can't remember. Was that? Yeah, this goes all the way down. Do a little bit more. Here, wiggle all those gather. Okay, yeah, because that's why I was walking up. There's not a. These things are the ones that are actually holding it down, and there's nothing through here to hold it down. Yeah, it's all. There's a big gap in them here. I think that's going to be your issue. Yeah. Okay. But okay, that's where I'm going to stop it. I'm pleased with that. That's where we got 3 planets mounted onto there, so we're making some serious progress, I think. Like I say, we'll finish this up tomorrow, and I'll give a good demonstration. Hopefully, a good demonstration of it working, and we can. I'll enjoy the sights of the solar system orbits. But as always, folks, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another. Stay safe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.